Good morning, everyone. See who's here. Hi, welcome. Hi, Stephanie. Hi, Del. Hi, Susan. Hey, I'm glad you guys are here. Good morning. Get a sip of water. So if you are interested in a playlist today, if you don't have one of your own, you can pop onto my Spotify account. I am kathyyogi.108. And let me tell you the name of this playlist I was monkeying around with this week. It's called Springasana. So feel free to pop onto that one, kathyyogi.108. And there's only one Y, CATHYOGI.108. For those of you who are looking for some music, I hope everybody's doing okay. It's a gorgeous day. I know it's a little chilly outside, but my great hope is that we can all get out in nature a little bit. It seems to soothe my soul these days more than almost anything else. So we're going to just hang on for about 1 or 2 more minutes to see if anybody else pops in today, and then we'll get started. So I hope you're feeling good in your bodies and taking care of yourself. There's been a lot of working out going on in this house in particular. So I hope that you're being gentle and kind in the midst of all the, trying to get that energy going. We have a couple of kids in this house that are into big time fitness. And so I keep saying, don't get injured because this is not the time for an injury. Be careful, do yoga, So I'm glad that you are all here to stretch and to lengthen the muscles a little and to kind of let out some of that stuff. So, all right, so I think we'll get started. It's a few minutes after 11. So what I want you to do right now is to start your playlist, whatever it is, and find a comfortable way to sit. Let's start on our backs. So lie down onto your back. And I always like to just hug those knees in. Let's just start right there. Oh, the name of the playlist again, it is called Springasana. So I think it should be right at the top of my playlist list, Springasana. Let me know if you can't find it. I can always text it to you too if you want to pop me your phone number. All right, so you're on your backs. Got it, thanks. Okay, perfect, wonderful. So just lying down on your back, draw your knees in and just hug them in nice and tight. And just rock from side to side. We're gonna start to release that low back. Give our backs a little massage. Give ourselves a little self-love. Strike that balance between trying to, put out some major effort and finding some ease. So we're gonna find our way into the middle of that somewhere, effort and ease. Just thinking about that. And then you can extend one leg long. Let's keep the right knee hugged into the chest and the left leg nice and long. And just breathe right there. You can even take that right knee over towards that right armpit and just pull up right there. Feels really nice to open up the hips, but we're just starting out, so no need to go too far. When you're ready, you can take the left hand and just drag that knee across the body, all the way across, taking your gaze the opposite direction of that knee. Nice big stretch right there. Find the breath. So breathing in, breathing out. As you exhale, maybe you deepen your twist a little. And then you come back into the center, drawing both knees back in, rocking side to side. And then we're gonna extend the right leg nice and long. Keep the left knee hugged into the chest. You can take your left hand and pull that knee up towards the left armpit, opening up across the front body here. Those hips are getting nice and open. Breathe in. Exhale. Take that right hand. You can drag that knee across the body. Get a big twist here. Gaze over that left shoulder. Breathing right there. And then come back into the center and draw both knees back in one more time. Feels really nice. And then I want you to cross your feet over, rock and roll forward and back. Feel the spine, just massaging the spine as you rock and roll, rock and roll. And then find your way all the way up to a seat. And I'm going to go back to my mat. Move this chair out of the way. All right. So we're going to come all the way up to a seat. Sitting however you like. You can sit crisscross or up on your knees. Draw your shoulders up to your ears and allow the shoulder blades to just glide down the back. Sitting up nice and tall. Feel those sits bones. Know that you're grounded. And then I want you to take your hands forward and just drop your wrists right here. And then point your fingertips towards the sky. And I want you to be pressing out, like you're pressing up against a wall. So press out and then plug the shoulder blades back in. I'll give you a side view. So we're pressing out and then we're pulling back. And again, press forward and then pull back. One more time to press forward and just hold right there. Press, press, press. Pull back. And then take your hands out long, right here. And drop the wrists down, pointing the fingertips down towards the earth. And then point them up towards the sky. And it's like you're pressing the energy away from the body right out, right there. From here, breathe in and exhale. One more time to point the hands down, get a good stretch in the wrists. And then fingertips point up. And again, you're pressing out right here. And then let's take the arms up overhead and bind your hands and turn them inside out. Breathe in. And as you exhale, we're going to round forward. You're rounding the spine. Exhaling all the way. And then a nice big inhale to take your arms up high once again. And then exhale, round, pressing the hands away from the body. And then all the way up. We're going to do this one last time. Come forward. You're doing a little cat-cow here. So finding your angry cat right here. And then rise up. You can put a little arch in the back, so a little cow. And then find a nice neutral spine and drop yourself over to the right. Try to keep the left sits bones down, even though they want to pop up. Come back into the center. And let's switch sides. Go on over to the left side. Keep that right bum down. Breathing here. Come back up to the top. And then bring your hands down. Woo! You can really feel that in the arms, huh? So just shake it all off. Let it go. We're waking up the wrists, waking up the hands, waking up the shoulders and the back. Plant the right hand down, the left arm will lift. And let's lean over and feel that stretch once again. We can get a little deeper without our hands being in a bind. And then let's rise up and switch sides. Left hand plants, right arm lifts. You're going to inhale and then exhale. Nice. And then just rise up once again. Here we go. So coming up to your knees, I want you to tuck your toes. We're going to open up the bottoms of the feet. We've been doing this in my classes, and I'm realizing how much I need it down there. So if this is terrifically uncomfortable for you, you can untuck your toes. But if you can bear it for just a few breaths, try to stay here. Try to stay here, breathe. Find the breath in the body, breathing in and out of the nose. If Ujjayi breathing is in your practice, this is a beautiful time to start that breath. Maybe closing your eyes. And again, trying to think about effort and ease. Find the sweet spot. If this is too much effort, pull up a little bit. Staying here, breathing in and out of the nose. Take one more breath here with the toes tucked. Nice, and then untuck the toes and rise all the way up. Inhaling the arms to the sky, reaching back. And then exhale, lower down. Bring the forehead down and sweep the arms back. And then inhale to rise all the way up. And exhale to lower down. Sweep the hands back. One more time. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, lower all the way down. And this time I want you to grab around for the backs of your heels, for the heels right here, with your hands, and then lift your hips up high. Come into our little rabbit pose, getting ourselves ready for Easter. Top of the head is pressing into the earth, but not strongly. Effort and ease. Exhale, come down. And inhale, lift up again. Exhale, lower. And inhale, lift. And then come on down. Rise yourself right back up. Bring your hands down to the earth. Come to a nice tabletop position. Rock your hips from side to side. Nice. And now let's right away tuck our toes, take our hips nice and high, downward facing dog. And just start to pedal through your heels. Find your first downward facing dog. Waking up to the morning, rising up to the tippy toes, coming all the way up to toes, pulling back. Again, continuing to pedal through those heels. Breathing in and out. Walk your hands back to your feet. And then let's fold forward. Uttanasana, just hanging right here. Taking the thumbs and hooking them right into the elbows and letting that neck hang and just sway side to side. Feeling that nice release in the hamstring. And then bring your hands down to the earth and allow your hands to glide up the shins, lifting up halfway, taking a look at the length of your mat. Exhale and fold. Let's do that again. Rise up, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. And then I want you to walk your hands all the way forward. Come all the way to a plank pose. Holding nice and strong. Start to feel the core engage. And then I want you to drop your heels over to the right. Plant that right hand down. We're going to lift right up, Vashisthasana. Feel free to drop that knee if you'd like. We're just getting started. Lift those hips. Come back into the center. Keep the core tight. Drop your heels to the left. Right arm lifts. Hand comes back down. And then drop straight down to your belly. Take your feet nice and wide. Exhale. And then on your inhale, lift yourself up, cobra. And then exhale to lower. Bring your feet back together. Tuck your toes and see if you can just press yourself right up through a plank. And then take your hips high, downward facing dog. Breathing here. Take 3 good breaths. In and out of the nose, Ujjayi breathing if that's part of your day, part of your practice. And then on your next inhale, take your right leg high. Bend your knee and open up that hip. Let's come to tented fingers on the right hand and rise up onto the tippy toes of the left. Get yourself nice and high. Take your gaze under that right armpit. And then square the shoulders, square the hips. Draw your knee right into your chest, hug it in. And then take it back for 3-legged dog. And again, bend the knee and open the hip. Same deal, come to tented fingers on the right hand, gaze under that right armpit. Square the shoulders and square the hips. Draw your knee into your chest, hug it in tight, and then place the foot through between the hands. runner's lunge. Breathing right here. Drop your left knee and sweep your arms up nice and high. Breathing here. Drop your hand down, left hand plants, right arm lifts. Reaching up. Right hand comes down. Rise up on the toes on the left foot. Step the right foot back to meet the left, right here. And we're gonna flow back through to downward facing dog. You can drop to your belly, pass through cobra as we just did, or rock forward to your tippy toes, lower down, hugging the elbows close to the body, holding here and hovering. Upward facing dog to downward facing dog. Hips high. Nice breaths in and breaths out. On your next inhale, your left leg will rise. Bend your knee and open up that hip. You can roll through that ankle. Come to tented fingers on the left hand. Rise up on the toes on the right. Take your gaze under that left armpit. Look up to the sky. See that knee if you can. Nice. And then plant the left hand down, close the shoulders and the hips, draw the knee into the chest, hug it in. Take it back again, another same deal. Open the hip, tented fingers on the left, rising up on the toes on the right. Breathing here. Close the shoulders and the hips, draw your knee into your chest, place your foot between your hands. Right here, runner's lunge. Drop your right knee and sweep your arms up high. And then plant the right hand down, left arm lifts. Left hand comes down, rising up on the toes on the right foot. Step the right foot up to meet the left and lift up halfway. And then exhale and fold. Inhale the arms all the way up to the sky. And then exhale your hands to your heart. Breathing right here. And then just pour it right back down. Forward fold, Uttanasana, hang out right here. Lift up halfway. Exhale and fold. We're gonna plant our hands. You can step or you can jump back. Chaturanga Dandasana. Or lowering to your belly, coming up through cobra or upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Breathing here. Find your breath. On your next inhale, your right leg will rise. Draw your knee into your chest, hug it in, place that foot through between the hands. We're gonna rise up for warrior one. So come all the way up, sweep the arms up nice and high. Settling into your warrior one, hips are facing forward. Back foot is at about a 25-degree angle, lifting and reaching you through the torso. Exhale, come on down, sweep your hands across the earth, let your arms fly back, and then rise right back up. Warrior one, stay here. Exhale, come on down again. Sweep back. Inhale, rise up, find your balance as you rise. Last time, exhale, lower down, hands swing back, and then rise up right here. Nice. Now pivot around on the toes on the left foot, bind your hands at the top, reach up for the sky, hinge at the hips right here, and just lift off for warrior three. I'm about to go out my window. And then just stepping right back. Come back, crescent lunge with your arms bound and your heart lifting. Then bring your hands down, frame the right foot, step the foot back, and flow back through to downward facing dog. Breathing right here. Inhaling, exhaling. On your next inhale, your left leg will rise. Draw your knee into your chest. Place your foot through between your hands and let's rise up for warrior one, left side. Bending generously into that left knee. Back toes at about a 25-degree angle, hips are facing forward. Reach up. And as you exhale, come on down, sweep the earth, hands fly back. Rise right back up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, rise up. Last time, exhale, lower down. Let the arms fly back and then inhale to rise all the way up. We're gonna pivot around on the toes on the right foot, bind your hands at the top. Let them reach up nice and high, find your balance. Leaning forward, and then rise up, warrior three. The ears are being framed by the biceps, just fly. Bend that left knee, step your toes back down. Come right back to your crescent lunge. And then come on down, frame the foot with the hands, step the foot back, flow back through to downward facing dog. And here we are, in your down dog, just breathing. Find your breath, inhaling, exhaling. Nice. And then when you're ready, bend your knees and either walk or hop your feet to the top of your mat, lifting up halfway when you get there, and then exhale and fold. And then inhale, rise all the way up. And let's sit right back down into our chair pose, right here, Utkatasana. So sitting nice and low, knees touching, toes touching, or not, making space for shoulders and hips. Breathing here. Bring your hands to your heart. Roll your shoulders and sitting nice and low, twist to the right. Press those palms together. Try not to let Mr. Left Knee sneak out in front of the right. Pull it back. Keep them in line. Maybe gaze down to your toes. Make sure your knees are not over top of your toes or jutting out in front of them, so you're going to pull everything back just a little bit. Come back into the center and fold forward. Let that go. Making space between your feet, maybe 2 fist width distance, right there. Grab a hold of the big toes with the peace fingers. Lift up halfway, and then exhale and fold, allowing the elbows to just splay out to the sides. Feel the breath right in the belly. That's where we want it, right there. And then you can let go and lift up halfway, find some length, and then exhale and fold. Inhale your arms all the way up. Come to the top, and then sit right back down into your chair, sitting nice and low. Breathing here. Hands to your heart. Roll your shoulders. Let those shoulder blades glide down your back. Sitting low, we're going to twist to the left. Press those palms together. And then come back into the center and let's fold forward. Once again, making space between the feet. Bringing the hands underneath of the feet for Padahastasana, up to the wrist crease. And just hang out right there. You can fold forward, let that head go, let the neck go. No tension there. Giving your wrists a little massage. Breathing, breathing. Again, feeling that belly breath. Really nice. Keep breathing right there. And then you can let go and plant your hands. We're going to either step or jump back. We're going to flow through our vinyasa, coming into upward facing dog. Stay there, breathe. And then finding downward facing dog. Couple good breaths here. I like to hang out in downward facing dog. I prefer not to just blast right through it. It's such a beautiful posture. And
evolves throughout the entire practice. You can play all the time in downward facing dog. Bend your knees, let those hips go high. It's not my preference to come to down dog and then bust right out of it. There's too much that goes on here. So just breathe again. And then on your next inhale, let's take the right leg nice and high once again. Draw the knee into the chest. Place the foot through between the hands. Drop your left knee and sweep your arms up nice and high. Open up. Bring your hands down. Let's walk the toes over to the right side here. Draw the right hand up to the right knee. And let's open that hip right there. Gaze over the right shoulder. Option to roll over this left knee and reach around and grab for toes if you like. Keeping the gaze up high. You can also drop down to your left forearm if you're ready to get that deep. Or you can just stay right here. Opening up. And then let's let go of any binds that you might have. Plant the toes down and walk the feet back into the center. Rising up on the toes on the left foot. Step the right foot back to meet the left. Right here, plank pose. Let's drop the heels to the right. Vashisthasana again. Lifting up. The left arm can be up and over by the ear. And if you want to play with that left leg, you can maybe find a little tree pose here. And either stay right here with me, or you can bring your feet back together. But we're going to find our way right back, maybe with the tree pose still going on, and then we're going to flow through to downward facing dog. All right, still with me? All right, breathe, breathe, breathe. On your next inhale, your left leg will rise up high to the sky. Draw your knee into your chest and place your foot through between your hands. We're going to drop that right knee and sweep the arms up high. Bring your hands down. Walk the left toes over to the edge of the mat. Draw the left hand up to the left knee and just open up right there. Rock onto that knife's edge. Look over that left shoulder. Option to roll over top of that right knee, reaching back, grabbing toes. Option to drop down to that right forearm if you want to go there. Breathing here. And then letting go of that bind if you have one. Walking the toes back into the center. We're going to rise up on the toes on the right foot. Step the left foot back to meet the right. Right here, plank pose. Drop your heels to the left. Plant the left hand down, right arm lifts. Taking that arm up and over if that feels nice. Option to find a little tree pose with the leg. Hold steady. You can stay with this, or you can bring the leg right back down. We're going to come right back to plank, holding that tree pose if you can, and we're going to flow through to downward facing dog. Stay here and breathe. Walk your hands back to your feet. Hang out right here. Forward fold, Uttanasana. Hang out. All right, walk your hands forward again. Come all the way to a plank. Hold your plank here. Let's come down to our forearms, nice and strong. So we're going to practice some hip dips. So just drop your hips to the right. They don't have to touch all the way down. You'll still feel a really nice stretch in the side body. Drop them to the left, back into the center, to the right, and then to the left. We're going to do this 3 more times. Drop to the right, to the left, and then to the left, One more time each side, to the right, to the left, and then come into the center and hold. You got this. Engage that core. Feel your strength. Just engage the full body. Hold tight. See if you can lift the right leg. Place the right foot on top of the left heel and hold right there. Let's switch. Left toes on the top of the right heel. Hold right there. Come back into the center and then lower your thighs down. Come into Sphinx pose. Woo! I guess you're awake now, I hope. Wake up, Saturday. Lots to do today. Laundry and dishes. How much laundry and dishes can one person do, right? Ah. Breathe, breathe, breathe. All right, so I want you to walk your hands forward, take that third eye down. We're gonna work on the back here. So you're gonna feel like you're going swimming. Lift your left leg in your right hand. Your third eye needs to be up and off the mat, but you're nice and level with the arm here. So try not to jolt your neck up too high and don't tuck it down too low. Just stay nice and neutral and switch sides. And then let's switch again. And then switch again. And then start to switch and switch and switch, squeezing the glute all the while, and then switch and switch and switch. Last time, switch on the right side, hold here. Hold, hold, hold. And then bring your hands and your feet and your forehead all down. Exhale. Bend your knees, windshield wiper your feet back and forth. And then swing your hands around and grab the tops of those feet or by the ankles. I want you to exhale. And on the inhale, lift up everything that will come. Just squeeze, lift those ribs off the earth. Lifting, lifting, lifting. And then exhale, lower down. Take one cheek to the mat, let go of your feet. You can still windshield wiper though. Let go, release that low back right there. Find your breath. All right, take your legs nice and long. Place your hands by your chest. Reach yourself up to tabletop and let's shoot all the way back for a really nice child's pose with your knees together. Breathing in and out right here. All right, so rise up to all fours. And let's thread the needle. Take the right arm nice and high. And as you exhale, just come on down. Threading the right hand underneath of the left. Maybe you bring your cheek and your shoulder down. If you don't have the ability to do that today, you can take a block and place your cheek right on that block. Just watch your neck. My blocks are a little high for me to do that. Thread that needle. The left hand can come forward, or you can bring it around behind your low back, maybe even finding that right thigh. Find the way that most honors you. Breathing in and out of that twist. Noticing that when you exhale, you drop a little deeper into that twist. So breathing there. And then planting the left hand down and rising up, taking that right arm back up to the sky again before you plant it down, coming back to all fours. And let's practice on the other side. Left arm lifts. And then exhale, pour it down. And then come into your nice twist right here. This right hand can find the low back, can find the left thigh. It can be right out long on the mat. Find your breath here. Planting that right hand down, rising up, left arm comes up high to the sky, and then you plant it down. We're gonna find our way right back to downward facing dog, so lift those hips high, down dog. On your next inhale, your right leg will rise, draw your knee into your chest, place your foot through between your hands, and let's rise all the way up for crescent lunge. Come all the way up, find your balance here. So leaning forward, we're gonna rise right up for warrior three. Hands are flying backwards, Dekasana. Thinking about all those springtime birdies flying in the sky. Bend that right knee, come right back. Arms rise. We're gonna do that 2 more times. So testing your balance, you're really gripping the toes on the right foot. So rise forward, hands fly back, Dekasana. Bending into the right knee, landing and coming back. We've got 1 more. So just shore up. Get your core nice and strong and stable. And then rise up. Last time, Dekasana, let those arms fly back. Bend the right knee, step it down right here. We're gonna continue practicing balance. The key to a lot of things is certainly the key to sanity right now, maintaining some level of balance. On your next inhale, draw that right knee in and hug the hands right by the hips. And exhale, come on back. Arms rise. And then rise up, hands to hips. And then exhale, send it back. All right, rise up again, 1 more time, and this time hold right here. And we're gonna see if we can come into a nice figure 4. Crossing the left over the right knee, bring your hands to your heart, sitting nice and low. You have got this, right here. Sitting as low as you can, flexing those left toes, rising right back up, draw that right knee back in, and shoot it back. 1 last time. Nice. Step up, hands to heart. Exhale right here. Press your thumbs into your heart space. Give yourself a moment. Check in with your breath. Finding Ujjayi again. Building heat in the body. Feeling the prana rising up. Exhale, inhale, exhale, closing eyes, just connecting with yourself. Pouring it all the way down, lifting up halfway. Exhale and fold. We're gonna step or jump back. We're gonna flow through our vinyasa, finding our way all the way back to downward facing dog. Take your breaths here, down dog. On your next inhale, your left leg will rise. Draw your knee into your chest. We're gonna rise all the way up, crescent lunge. Come up right here. Get your balance, you're pressing back into that right heel. The left toes are gripping and rooting, grounding yourself. Your hands are reaching for the heavens, up nice and high. We're gonna rise up, Dekasana. Hands are gonna fly back. If you fall out, just come right back. Bend the left knee, step toes down, come back. Rise up. Inhale and then exhale. Here we go. Dekasana. Bend the left knee, step the toes down, arms rise. Breathe in. Exhale, coming forward. Last time. Make this one count. Fly, take that right leg nice and high. Beautiful. Bend the left knee, step the toes down, rise up right here. And breathe. On your next inhale, you're going to bring your hands up to your hips. Ha, right there. Step the toes back, arms rise. You've got this balance, really down steady here. If you fall out, come back. 1 more time to rise up. Ha, right there. Feet come back, arms rise. Breathe in, and then rise up, right there. And stay here, figure 4. Nice and low right here. You can bring your hands to your heart, pressing those palms together, flexing the toes on the right foot, sitting low. And then rising up. We're going to take that foot back. Really nice. Crescent lunge. And then come on down this time. Step the left foot back to meet the right. And we're going to flow back through to downward facing dog. Find your breath here. In through the nose, nice audible sigh out of the mouth. So in through the nose, exhale. One more time, in through the nose, out of the mouth. On your next inhale, your right leg will rise. Bring the foot to the outside of the right hand. Hanging out here, lizard pose. Drop your left knee. We're gonna come right into lizard. Option to keep your toe tucked. You can stay high the entire time if you like. You can even walk the toes in a little ways. If you wanna tuck in, if you've got a block handy and you wanna come down to your forearms, you can stay up high, you can drop that knee. We're gonna hang out in lizard right here. Let that neck go. Just breathing here. Take 3 more breaths and lizard on this side. And then I want you to rise up out of lizard, taking that right foot and stepping it right back so that you're at your knees here. Walk your hands back, climb all the way up. Let's practice Ustrasana camel pose. Hands come around to the low back, fingers tips facing up. Drawing the shoulder blades together, pinching those elbows together. You can tuck your toes if you like. Lift your heart. If you'd like to find one heel, reaching the hand around to find that heel. Maybe reaching back for the other heel. Come on back, lift your heart. You can drop your head back if you like. Stay there. Eventually rising up out of camel, untucking your toes, sitting down right here on your heels. Allow the blood flow to find its way back. And then twist to the right. Breathing here. Back into the center, twist to the left. Come back into the center. Let's find our way right back to downward facing dog. Hips high. Down dog. On your next inhale, your left leg will rise. Draw the foot to the outside of the left hand. We're going to come right into lizard. Again, staying up nice and high if you like, or dropping that right knee. Finding a block or a prop if you need one for your forearms, or just coming on down. You can bring yourself right down into your lizard pose. You can always keep that right leg or that right knee lifted. Find your variation. It's so interesting for all of us to be practicing at home pretty much by ourselves, unless you're with, your spouse, your partner, or with children who are practicing with you. But this is a really great opportunity to find postures, variations of postures that truly honor you without any pressure to do what I'm doing or to do what your neighbors are doing, because you're not seeing your neighbors. So this is a chance to truly check in. And if this doesn't feel good, pull back. If you don't want to be down, just be up. This is your practice, your time. You get to go where you want to go without any peer pressure at all, which is just really lovely. All right, so let's rise up. We're gonna step the left foot back to our knees, and take your feet nice and wide. Let's find a child's pose. All right, so rising right back up to downward facing dog. We're gonna find pigeon on the right side. So when you're ready, your right leg will rise, and then you can draw your shin behind your wrists. Take your left leg and extend it nice and long. And you can stay up here too. There's lots of variations in this posture. You can stay up high, or you can come down with the forearms. I'll offer a couple other variations. You can also take your right leg and take it over towards, your left leg, and walk it over just a little ways towards the right corner of your mat, and then take your hands over towards the left corner and drop your forehead down there. And see how that feels in the body. See if you feel a little twist there. A little more strong in the glutes for this posture. And if you're finding that you're way off, your hips are not nice and squared off, and you've got a big rise here, or you're dipping over to one side, you can take a block and place it right under the booty there, and it should level you off really nicely, and then you can be in this posture without the strain of the knee. But I want you to let your head go. Wherever you are, let your head go. Take a couple good breaths here. And then we're going to rise up out of pigeon. Find your way back to all fours. Find a child's pose. Find any posture that allows you to feel really good right now after coming out of that sort of intense stretch. Whatever feels best for you, side to side with the hips, whatever feels best. We're going to find our way back to downward facing dog. And then the left leg is going to rise. Draw the left shin behind the wrists. Take that right leg nice and long. Breathing here, finding your variation once again. Maybe eventually climbing yourself down if you like. Taking those fingertips all the way forward if that feels good, drawing that forehead down. You can make a little pillow with your hands. Forehead resting on the pillow. If you want to try that little variation, you can take the right leg and maybe just walk it over a little towards the left. Right hands are over toward the hands are moving towards the right side. Just take a little stretch there. Feel that in the left glute. Find your variation. So take a couple more breaths on this side. And then rising up out of this posture, I want you just to lean over onto the left hip. Walk your fingertips back. We're going to swing that right leg around, and I want you to plant that right foot on the left side of the knee. So you've got yourself into a little twist here, little pretzel, if you can see me this way. Here we are. So from here, I just want you to plant your right hand down, take your left arm high, and then find a little twist. Look over that right shoulder. And then come back into the center. We're going to untwist all of this and switch sides. So take the right foot, tuck it underneath of the left bum. The left foot's going to cross over. So you're here. Let the left hand down, take the right arm high, and then find a twist. And then come back into the center and untwist yourself. Let all that go. Take your feet as wide as the mat, and we're just going to tick-tock side to side with the knees. Lifting yourself all the way up if that feels good. When you get to one side, lifting the other bum cheek right off the mat and lifting up just side to side. Nice. And then you can plant your feet down. Let's roll down to our backs. And as we started, bring those knees into the chest. And let's just row the boat. So bring the knees forward, open up the legs. And again, rowing the boat. Come forward and then come around. 2 more times. All right, so then let's go the opposite direction. Like you're backing your boat up. Wonder if any of you have gotten on the water. I'm not sure what the rules are about being on the water right now, but that sure would be lovely to take out a paddleboard or a kayak, canoe, or powerboat or sailboat. So just bring the knees into the chest here, side to side. All right. And so from here, I invite you to find your final posture. It's about time for class to end. You can take your legs up nice and high, open your legs, find a happy baby, draw those knees down towards the body, rocking side to side. You can take your legs up high. Again, it's yogi's choice. You get to do what feels best for you. But just take a couple breaths here. Find that last little bit of movement before we find our stillness. Eventually drawing knees back into the chest, hugging in super tight, drawing the forehead up to the knees, sipping in that last breath of air. And then exhale, we're gonna lay it all out for Shavasana. My dogs are going crazy, so I'm gonna mute here so that there's no sound on my end. Enjoy your nice Shavasana.
So while you're resting and breathing and just going in, connecting with yourself, I'm going to read to you from Donna Folds, a poem called The Fruits of Practice. Despite fervent pleas for ease and safety, there are many days when reality doesn't quite line up with what I'd choose. Break down, letting go, surrendering even the illusion of control. Breathing into the unknown. Sometimes that's what life holds. Practice isn't about achieving a goal. It's not a means to pole vault over suffering. Practice is my way of looking life in the face and saying yes to all its disparate gifts. Practice keeps me awake when I would sleep. And it reminds me that it's the journey unfolding in this very moment. It's the journey that reveals the truth and not the destination. So just bringing some gratitude into your heart for this practice, thanking yourself for caring enough to come to your mat, even in these unsettling times, to make this effort and to strike a balance between the effort and the ease and knowing for yourself where that sweet spot is. And just continue to breathe right now in silence. And when you're ready, just becoming aware of your body. Maybe just moving your fingers, moving your toes very gently. Take a nice deep breath in. Notice where the breath is filling up the body. As you exhale, release. Extend the arms overhead if that feels nice. Stretching your arms out long overhead, reaching the toes towards the back of the room or the front of the room, wherever you might be, reaching. And then exhale, come over to your right side, tuck into a nice embryo pose, just falling up right there. This is a very sacred and holy time for those of you who are practicing Easter and Passover. This is a beautiful time of reflection. Starts with a lot of sorrow and it leads up to a lot of joy. This is a begin again time. It's renew. rejuvenate. It's springtime. Start again. Embryo is also a reminder to begin again. So if you'd like to set an intention for your weekend, please feel free to do so right now. Breathing that intention right into the heart space. Exhale, sending that intention out for all. When you're ready, you can come up to a seat and we'll seal the practice together. Just pressing palms together, pressing the thumbs right into the heart space, sitting up tall. Take a breath in together through the nose. Exhale out of the mouth. Breathe in. Exhale. One more time. Big breath in, biggest of the day. Nice audible exhale. So nice. So nice to have you all in class again today. I hope you have a very blessed weekend. Namaste. Thank you so much, everyone. Take good care of yourself. Rest up. Be safe. Namaste to you too. Thank you, thank you. All right, we'll see you again on your mats. Hopefully you'll take tomorrow to just rest up and be with family or make a phone call to someone that you absolutely adore that you haven't talked to in a long time. So make it great. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.